Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the last webinar in this series of mental health webinars that we've been doing. I hope the previous webinars and talks we've done have helped you. I hope you've been able to pick up some tips, maybe think about a couple of things differently and try things out, and go back and maybe listen to them again and think, is there anything else I can pick up and do differently? But for the last one, and to finish off this series, I want to talk about being the best version of yourself. And that sounds a bit weird, maybe, but I want to talk about it because actually, whatever you do next after this time, whether that's going back to school, whether that's going to college, university, into the world of work, actually, I want to share with you a few thoughts that I've had and a few things that I've learned about being the version of myself. And being the version of yourself is important because we live in a world where it's really busy and it's changing all the time, and social media dominates our our lives now, and we see so much into the lives of other people. And very often it can be a really difficult time where we think, well, my life isn't like that, or why can't I be more like that, or well, I don't look like that and I can't be that, or whatever. And I've been the same as you, um, and I've learned that, well, the important thing is being the best version of me, being the best person that I can be, regardless of anybody else. And that's the important thing. So I'll share with you a few things that I do, because being the best version of me makes me happy. Yeah. When I look at other people and think, oh, well, they do that, or why can't I do that? That doesn't make me happy. That makes me sad. That makes me feel a bit low. That makes me anxious, or all different feelings. And I live to the values that I've got. Nobody else is. Yeah. I can't be somebody else. I can only be the best version of what I can be. So a couple of things that help me. The first thing I do is I set some goals. Goal setting is important to me. Having things to achieve, having things to look forward to, having things to do. And that hasn't got to be huge things. Yeah. I'm not talking about having a goal to maybe be an ultra marathon runner. If that's what you want to do, that's fine, but that's not for me. I'm talking about small things. And I'll give you an example. I'm trying to learn Spanish. I want to learn a bit more Spanish. I like going to Spain on my holidays, and I want to be able to talk a little bit more Spanish. So during COVID, I had this great plan of learning, of being fluent in Spanish by the time COVID is over. Well, that didn't happen because the goal was too big. So what I do now is I try and learn 3 new words a week. And by the end of the month, that's 12 new words. And by the end of the year, that's X number of words. And by the time I go away to Spain again, I can talk a little bit more. And that's great. Yeah. The objective isn't to be Spanish, is to learn a little bit more about the language and be able to talk a bit more. So that goal is important, and I enjoy doing it now, because being the best version of me means I can learn that, and I can do a little bit of that, and I can feel proud when I go there, I can say a few more things and learn a bit more when I'm out there and all that type of thing. Um, and having those goals and sensible goals is a really healthy thing to do. Where goals become unhealthy is when they're too big, they're unachievable, and then we feel that we failed because we haven't achieved it. You often find people um, making New Year's resolutions, for example, and the resolution of the goal is too big, and then they fail, and then they think, oh, well, I'm not doing that again. Yeah. Um, then I suppose for me, it's about asking for help, and I want to encourage you all. Whatever you do next in life, whatever you do, whether that's, like I said, going to university, college, school, work, whatever, please ensure that if you need to, you ask for help. And whether that's help with the work task, whether that's help with you personally, whether that's help to make a decision that you can't do, and we'll all have them, and you will all have them, times where you think, I don't know what the right decision is. And sometimes there's no right or wrong, but please ask and get somebody else's opinion. Ask for help. Ask for, well, what would you do here? What do you think with your experience? What would you do? And help, get somebody to guide you. And we've all done that. And that for me was a huge learn for me about being the best version of myself. Because for many years I thought I had to know it all, and I don't, and I haven't got to. No one's ever said you have to be perfect. No one's ever said that you've got to know it all. Yeah. And we need to encourage ourselves and others to be able to ask for help, especially when we need it. A link to that, I suppose, is about I've learned, especially over the last few years, not to worry about the small things in life, the unimportant things, the small things that won't matter tomorrow, but I spend all day today worrying about it. Yeah. And the things that I can change. You'll find that a lot of people, and you might as well be, and I do, we worry about things that we have no control over. I'm looking outside the window now, and it's going to rain in a minute. And I think, oh gosh, oh, what am I going to do? What can I do? The only thing I can do is put a coat on and get wet. Yeah, I can change the weather, whether I like it or not. Yeah, but you find people worry about all things that they can change. Please, as you go through the next stages of school, university work, please make sure that there's some things you cannot change, so don't give them the time of day. Be the best version of you, not to worry about some of those things. Okay, and worrying about stuff that you can change, or the little stuff that really doesn't matter. Focus on the bigger stuff. Focus on the stuff that's going to make the biggest difference. I mentioned at the beginning that we live in this world that's forever changing and ever developing. And it's ever developing and changing a lot because of this stuff. And if there's one piece of advice I can give you around, certainly for me, being the best version of me, is you manage social media. Don't let social media manage you. It's very easy, isn't it, to get sucked into the world of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X, and be sucked in and think, oh, this, and there you are. You manage it. You stay in control of the social media rather than it being in control of you. And that's really, really important, because through some of that becomes anxiety, stress, worry, feeling a bit low because we're comparing ourselves to others and all different things happen. So one of the things that I would encourage you to do is take a step back and have a different relationship with social media, phones, all that type of stuff. Yeah. And the last thing I want to say about being the best version of you, and one thing that I've learned that's probably more important than maybe everything else, or as important anyway as everything else, is be happy and be kind. Be kind to you. Self-kindness is so important. And for many years, I wasn't very kind to me because I was kind to everybody else. But being self-kind, looking after your health, looking after your mental health, we've done a lot of them around talking about that. Looking after your mental health, your well-being, looking after you is really important. Self-kindness, and through that, being self-happy. Yeah, so you're happy, and by you being happy, by you showing self-kindness, you will help other people to be happy, and you'll be able to show kindness to others, because if they see you doing it, they will do it as well. And by self-kindness, it is the things like maybe not spending too much time on social media. For me, maybe it is about having opportunities to look after my mental health. Maybe it is eating properly. Maybe it is having those goals and and not worrying about the small stuff. Being that best version of you, being the version that's happy, being the version that is self-kind, and your happiness is unique. How you being happy is very different to everybody else. So please don't compare. We spend far too much time comparing ourselves to other people and what other people are doing. Be happy yourselves and show yourself some real self-kindness always. Yeah. If you've done something really well, congratulate yourself. If you haven't done something so well, learn from it and move on. Yeah. And this experience. So look, there's a couple of things that to think about as we finish these seminars of being the best version of you. Yeah. Set yourself some lovely goals. Look after your mind and body. Maybe manage your social media and stuff really carefully, because that's going to get more, not less. Show some self-kindness and be happy, and you be happy, be truly happy for you. I wish you every success. I wish you all the best in whatever you do next, and I hope these sessions have helped a little bit. Keep in touch if you can. It'd be lovely to hear from you. And have a great time and have good luck with your exams and everything else you're doing and whatever comes next. I wish you all the best. So diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much.